one of the main lessons we learned on that particular syndication was not to wait to get the money. So we waited until the very end to then say, hey, everybody, we need your money. And on one of those particular properties, we had 500,000. It was a $1.7 million syndication. So it was $1.7 million equity raise. We had 500,000 back out a couple weeks before we were supposed to close. So that was a lesson that I learned. When you put the deal out there and somebody says, yes, I'm interested, it's, hey, great, I need the check back as soon as possible. Now we tell people, we're going to send you over the documents if you like it and it makes sense. We want to get the capital back within the week, by the end of the week. So I think that's a big lesson that we learned.
So make sure and raise enough or more than enough, right? And make sure and start raising right away. So, my next question was going to be how you've eliminated that problem or how you've improved it going forward. And sounds like you've done that by giving them, what would you say, a week?
Yeah, we give them a week. Yeah. So we set the expectations there. A lot of it comes from the expectations you set up front, right? And so now when we send a pitch deck out, for example, or, an offering on the opportunity, we'll actually put those expectations right in there. Hey, this is how we're going to move through the phases of this syndication. And then part of that expectation is if you like it, we're going to ask you for your capital within a week's time frame, right? And so kind of setting that from the documents and the communication right out of the gate. I'm a big believer in, setting the expectations up front makes your job a lot easier in the end. You can say, remember when I sent you those original documents, we talked about we're going to need your capital within a week, right? For you to participate in this deal. So, that's one of the things. And then we also use, to make investors, and you guys probably use this, we use an escrow agreement. And so really we'll have them place it in a third-party escrow and contingent on, obviously, us closing on the deal. Because one of the questions is, what if you guys don't close on the deal? Am I going to be short any money, or how does my money come back? And so part of those documents is an escrow agreement with a third-party company where they're going to hold those funds in escrow until we actually close, so that they can feel safe. It's with a completely different party. We haven't had the relationship with the individual in the past. A lot of people feel comfortable with that.
So I haven't had anyone talk about that on the show before,
Yeah.
About the third party and the escrow agreement. And tell me, what does that do for the investor, and why do you use that? Go into a little more detail.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think it just makes them feel more comfortable. If you have not developed a relationship with them, this is your first time, investing together. It kind of takes that, instead of them sending you the money directly and you holding on to it and saying, yeah, if everything doesn't work out, I promise I'll give you your money back, right? It kind of takes that out of it. And so you're leaving it entirely in a third party's hands. And I know every state's different in terms of their escrow agents. I think some states probably use attorneys. Here in Michigan, we just use a title company. And so we'll have our title company prepare that document that basically says, hey, they're governed by a set of laws and rules, and they're insured as well too, right? And hey, you guys will hold the money over here. That way we have it collected. We don't have to go back and get it. It doesn't disappear. Another deal comes up, which happens, and they have to put the money into another deal. Things happen all the time. That way we feel secured on our end that it's there, that money's already done, because in this business, until that check clears, you're still raising capital, right? And it makes them feel comfortable that, it's being held completely with a third party based on a set of rules and responsibilities that third party has. So, it's a great blend of the two.